letting number 8702, Ground Transportation Center at Lambert St. Louis International Airport. We have 6 bids. Cosney Wagner, Inc., KOZ, ENY, ENY, WAGNER, Inc. $2,084,900. 2084900.00. Ben Hur Construction Company, BENHUR Construction Company, $2,448,781. 2,448,781.00. Jackson Building Group, Inc., JACKSON Building Group, Inc., $1,998,500. 1,998,500.00. TW Constructors, LLC, TW CONSTRUCTORS, LLC, $2,074,254. 2,074,254.00. ICS Construction Services, LTD, ICS CONSTRUCTION Services LTD, $1,852,087. 1,852,087.00. Interface Construction Corporation, INTERFACE Construction Corporation, $1,942,439. 1,942,439.00. With the low bidder, please meet with Ms. Bryant outside the door. Thank you.
Thanks.
I get okay.
No.
Okay. Got it. At this point, can we call a president pro tem?
I'll be president pro tem and somebody will elect me.
So moved. Second.
Okay. Okay.
Could we have,
Can you nominate yourself though, just for the record?
He can.
He wants it.
I would if somebody, I should have said.
Too anxious.
Okay,
Do
so.
we need a vote on that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right. Unanimous.
Okay. Now you want me to call the roll.
Please call the roll.
Director Scobie,
Here.
Director Wilson,
Here.
Director Hayes.
Here.
Director Augustin is not present. Director Eccles is not present. Director Edwards.
Here.
And President Bradley is excused. I'm sorry.
All right.
Okay. We have the hearing for today, too.
Yes, we have a hearing to start off. Do we have anybody?
He's here, I think, from the Health Department, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, let me sign in. That's got the person to speak, sir.
And nobody for
Nobody's in did you get, when the notices received, streets?
Looks like we had some mail come back. Yeah, we had stuff come back. Hello.
Oh,
You guys are not the permit holders.
Yeah, we had both addresses, the owner as well as the occupant came back. But Myra informed me that this business is shut down, I think. Yeah. So they're no longer open, she said.
should we proceed with this and revoke it, or just?
Well, I think do you want to hear from the people who are here to testify and maybe make a decision quickly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we move forward, and if it's a default, it's a default, and we have an opportunity to
All right. So go ahead and read. Okay. I'd like to open the hearing. Number 8235 is being conducted pursuant of Section 26.100.030 of the Revised Code of the City of St. Louis. The purpose of the hearing is to determine whether the conditional use permit issued to Adil Discount Cigarettes and Grill, LLC, care of A. Rashad Chandri, to occupy 5005 South Kings Highway as a convenience store with cooking. No liquor, no outdoor seating. Subject to certain conditions, should be revoked. The conditional use permit is 126378. The conditions in question are as follows. Condition number 2, the applicant shall establish a trash removal contract through a private source for regular pickups and maintain the entire premises in a clean and orderly appearance at all times. Condition number 4, there shall be no sales of items that could be used or intended for use as drug paraphernalia as defined in Ordinance 68404 or its successor ordinances, including but not limited to food scales, glass tubes, disposable lighters with pop-off tops, steel scrubbing pads and screen, rolling papers, ephedrine or pseudoephedrine, diet supplements, sleep aids, bath salts, or substitutes for illegal drugs. In addition, there shall be no sale of cigars or cigarettos commonly used or adapted for use involving controlled substance, example of which include but not limited to the following: Phillies, Dutch Masters, White Owl, Switzer Sweets, Sperleros, Backwoods, Optimo, Garcia Vigeta, and Gain. Condition 5, there shall be no loitering, for which the applicant must post a no loitering sign and enforce it. Condition 7, the applicant must apply for and receive a permit from the City of St. Louis Building Division before posting signage, and the signage must be professionally prepared and approved by the Office of Zoning Administration before being installed. Condition 8, there shall be no temporary signage on the premises or posted to the exterior or interior windows or doors of the establishment at any given time. Condition 9, all windows and doors must have no boards, grates, materials, or covering of any kind. Windows and doors may have proper blinds or curtains on the inside of the windows. Condition 14, no LED lights will frame windows. The Office of Zoning Administrator has the burden to prove the conditional use permit conditions have not been complied with. After all evidence of the zoning administrator has been presented, the board will ask for additional testimony, if any, in support of the revocation. Then the conditional use holder will be given the opportunity to present evidence. Lastly, the board will hear other testimony in opposition of the revocation, if any. Testimony is being recorded. When you come forward, please state your name, address, and be sworn in. As you testify, please direct your comments to the board, not those in the audience. Members of the audience are asked to remain silent and not coach witnesses. During your testimony, members of the board may have questions for you. Following the hearing, the board will proceed with the regular agenda. Following the conclusion of the regular agenda, the board will deliberate, discuss, and vote on the hearing. The board will notify the conditional use holder of its decision by mail in about 2 weeks. The Board of Public Service has in its possession the following documents which are being introduced as evidence. A certified copy of the zoning code of the City of St. Louis. Number 2, the conditional use permit number 126378 granted to Adil Discount Cigarettes and Grill, LLC, care of A. Rashid Chandri on February 5th, 2019 to occupy 5005 South Kings Highway as a convenience store with cooking. No liquor, no outside seating, subject to certain conditions. Number 3, letter dated June 26, 2019, sent to Adil Discount Cigarettes and Cigarettos in care of A. Rashid Chandri, warning of the violations of conditions 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 14 that were found upon a site inspection and the potential for revocation hearing should the violations not be corrected within 30 days of the date of the letter. Number 4, a memorandum dated July 29, 2019 from the zoning inspector to the zoning administrator stating that upon that date, the zoning inspector found violations of conditions number 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 14 of the conditional use permit. This memo includes photographs documenting the violation. Number 5, certified letters dated September 24, 2019, sent to A. Rashid Chandri, ABA Adele Discount Cigarettes and Grill, and Mayho Bahirik, property owner, from the board secretary providing notice of this hearing. With that, I'll turn.
You could have a seat. I just waited if you want to. Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. My name is Myra Turner. I'm zoning inspector for the City of St. Louis. As of today, the investigation was performed today. The findings were that this business is closed and the building is up for sale. They have taken the signage off the building. They have locked everything up in the building. The different items that they have for sale in the convenience store, they're all gone. There's nothing in the building but fixtures and furniture. But they have taken the signage off the building and they're no longer there, but there are signs up for the building that are for sale.
Any questions from the board?
Yes. Do we have at least one of these violations that continue to exist on the building?
No. No, sir.
So all of the violations have been abated?
All of them have been abated because they've taken everything out. They've taken the signage down. They've taken the lighting down. They've just took everything away and shut down the business.
Any further questions from the board?
Yes, and maybe in the paperwork, Ms. Turner, but do you know what was the date of roughly the last inspection you were there?
The last time
Roughly.
I can tell you that right here.
And while you're looking, my follow-up question is, I trust the business was an active business at that last inspection? Or
The last time I was actually out there was on September 26th when I posted for the hearing for today, and it was closed then.
oh, it was closed, okay. Okay, thank you.
Any further questions? Is there anybody other in support of revocation? Health?
Would you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Would you state your name for the board, please?
Richard Eskew, I'm a food establishment inspector. We had 4 different inspections between March and May. One of them did require a callback inspection and then subsequently a downgrade and another inspection because they didn't fix the violation, the critical violation. Our last inspection was on May 22nd. At that point, all of those violations have been corrected. But now when we go back, the building is empty and there's nothing out.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? All right. Seeing none, and since the conditional use permit holder is not here, I'd like the record to reflect that. And then we'll conclude the hearing to be taken up at the end of our regular agenda. Oh, I would like to, for the record, enter the memo that was presented today.
As exhibit
As exhibit.
1H. Exhibit 1.
Yes, that'd be fine.
From the President, plans and specifications for letting number 8706, Dr. Martin Luther King Drive, lighting and traffic signal improvements, Newstead Avenue to Vanderveer Avenue, BPS project number 2018-40087, federal project number STP 9901643, St. Louis, Missouri. Fifth Amendment to contract number 70293, electrical services contract with RJP Electric, and it increases the hourly labor rates as approved by IBEW. Supplemental agreement number 1 to PSA number 1228, civil, structural, surveying, geotechnical, design services, and cost estimating, St. Louis Lambert International Airport. PSA number 1241, airport layout plan update, St. Louis Lambert International Airport. Facilities management elevator service contract with Midwest Elevator Corporation. It provides for the elevator and lift services and maintenance for city-owned and operated buildings beginning November 1st, 2019 through October 31st, 2020, and is renewable for up to 4 additional one-year terms. Recommendation that the following festival zone be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Founders Parade, October 19, 2019, starting at 1475 Hamilton, south on Hamilton to Page, west on Page to Holdemont, north on Holdemont to Dr. Martin Luther King, east on Dr. Martin Luther King to Hamilton, and close Hamilton between Dr. Martin Luther King and Page. From the President, Director of Public Utilities, Streets and Parks, Recreation and Forestry. Joint recommendation that permit for Olive West Redevelopment, LLC, a residential redevelopment of Olive Street between Vandervender and North Spring, which will include the relocation of Olive for traffic calming purposes and require various modifications in the right-of-way of city blocks 39, 26, 45, 85, and 2287. From the Directors of Public Utilities and Streets, joint recommendation that the following permits for AT&T be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Starting at the intersection of Natural Bridge and Markets, place 240 feet of fiber cable to the front of 4686 Natural Bridge. Contracted to access manhole at the side of 1831 South Kings Highway and bore 318 feet west along Shaw to Boardman, then 490 feet south along Boardman to Daggett, and 210 feet west along Daggett to 508 Daggett. This is to provide fiber services in a 1.25-inch interduct to a new subdivision at 5008 Daggett. Lane closure will be needed. Starting at manhole 1137, bore across the street to the north side of Duncan within the right-of-way. Then bore along the north side of Duncan under the sidewalk to 4367 Duncan. Contractor to dig pit and place handhole over damaged duct package on the east side of Memorial at Pine. Approximate address is 315. Lane closure will not be needed. Joint recommendation that the following permits for Charter Communications be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Install underground coax cable to a customer at 951 Skinker Parkway. Cut a 2 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet pothole on the north side of Horton Place. On the south side of 6135 Horton Place, bore east 177 feet on Horton Place, and a vault on the corner of Horton Place and North Skinker. Start at the pole at the alley entrance at 4311 Beck and Morgan Ford. Place a vault. Then bore south, crossing Beck. Bore on sidewalk 265 feet to 3725 Morgan Ford. Place another vault, then turn and bore across Morgan Ford 152 feet to the south side of 3716 Morgan Ford. Starting at 5006 Christie Boulevard in the rear alley by the garage pole. Riser down to bore 100 feet underground to the north side of Delore. Then turn to the west and bore 40 feet to the opening of the parking lot. Set a vault. Then bore to the north 80 feet to the back of Christie Boulevard to set a box on the building. Joint recommendation that permit for Bluebird Network, LLC. The project will cover handhold placements for the following locations in city right-of-way. 40 Kings Highway Boulevard on the west side of the street. 24 South Kings Highway Boulevard on the west side of the street. 306 South Kings Highway Boulevard on the west side of the street. 4969 Barnes Jewish Hospital Plaza on the west side of South Kings Highway Boulevard. 5130 Oakland Avenue. 5656 Oakland. 1104 Tam, and 1364 Craft, and the side of 1401 McCausland. Joint recommendation that permit for Ameren, Missouri to replace pole on California with a new pole at 2742 Lafayette be approved subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Public Utilities and Public Safety, joint recommendation that the following permits be approved subject to certain conditions as follows. Olive West Properties, LLC, to subdivide land at 3721, 3835, 3738 through 3860 Olive, and 3845 Westminster in City Block 3926 and 4585. Womel Plastering Company, Inc., to subdivide land at 1336 through 50 Pierce and 5751 Dale in City Block 4009 West. Orlando Askin, Shaw Holding Group, LLC, to subdivide land at 2801 through 03 Victor in City Block 2082. Beaumont One Partnership, LLC, to subdivide land at 2650 through 2660 Locust in City Block 928. Anthony J. Zanti to consolidate land at 5206 through 12 and 5214 through 16 Gravois in City Block 5299 South. Dolman Street Townhouses LLC to consolidate land at 1023 and 1025 Dolman in City Block 42 WA. From the Director of Streets, an ordinance to conditionally vacate the western 5-foot of Missouri from Cherokee South approximately 115 feet to a point abutting City Block 1558 is bounded by Cherokee, Missouri, Potomac, and Jefferson. Recommendation that permit for TrailNet Inc. to encroach with pop-up traffic calming demonstrations at 3900 Laclede for 2 hours from 7 o'clock a.m. to 9 o'clock a.m. on October 18, 2019, be approved subject to certain conditions. From the Director of Parks, Recreation, and Forestry. From the Director of Health and Hospital. Recommendation that permit for Electric Soul, care of Joshua Gore, to change the name of the tattoo establishment at 3348 through 3350 Ohio from Moon and Sun Arts Spirituality LLC to Electric Soul. Recommends approval. Okay, and now we have the conditional uses.
Good afternoon, Mr. President, members of the board. My name is Sandra Long, zoning specialist for the city, and I'll be representing the building commissioner at today's meeting. For board order number 766, transmitted herewith the recommendations for the following conditional use agenda applications. Approval is recommended for one application, 3621 Page. Approval with conditions is recommended for 7 applications. 2907 St. Louis Avenue, 603 Loughborough, 5655 Kingsbury, 1115 Pine, 2509 Marcus, 1007 Russell, 1318 North Newstead. Denial is recommended for one application, 7405 Ray. I request that these recommendations be approved as submitted.
Any questions from the board?
Recommend approval of the conditional uses as submitted.
Good. Have a roll call.
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Wilson.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Augustin. Director Eccles.
Aye.
Director Edwards.
Aye.
And President Bradley. Just excuse, I'm sorry. And I also have one from the Director of Parks Recreation, the VIA Creative, permission to fly a drone at Kaufman and Poker Park on October 20th, 2019 be approved.
Okay. Does that need to be added to the agenda?
It's already on the agenda.
Oh, okay. You just forgot to read it?
I just didn't read it yet, so I wanted to make sure I read it.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Any corrections? I'd like to bring the topic of last week's minutes. Is there any corrections or changes to last week's minutes?
I move to approve the minutes.
Second.
Could I have a roll call?
Director Scobie.
Aye.
Director Wilson.
Aye.
Director Hayes.
Aye.
Director Augustin. Director Eccles.
Aye.
Director Edwards. And President Bradley is excused.
I'd like to open the hearing for discussion.
And with respect to hearing number 8235, as it relates to 5005 South Kings Highway, I move that, having heard the testimony of the zoning inspector and the conditional use holder, Rashad Chandri, not being available, the only credible evidence is that the building has been abandoned. Therefore, I further move that the conditional use having now been abandoned by the conditional use holder, that this body will revoke any conditional use permit for that particular address.
Is there a second on that?
Second.
If you are revoking, I'm sorry, if you revoke it, nobody will be able to go in there for a whole year.
I have may I,
Yes.
during our discussion period?
Is either abandoned or revoked? Well, that's the reason I asked the question.
Exactly, and the secretary is correct. If it's revoked, it will not be allowed to have this use for a period of a year for the owner.
So would the appropriate solution here be to abandon, to allow it to be abandoned and not revoked?
Since there's technically no violations anymore? Since it's
There is,
abandoned?
right.
To
There- right.
Okay.
to not prosecute this, yeah,
Right.
to close the prosecution.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be a fine remedy as well.
that's fine.
Okay,
So-
and my only question was going to be to the secretary. I saw somewhere a handwritten note, even though the city has the owner's address at 4980, which you properly use. There's a handwritten note in the file of 4960, so I did have some concern that they might not have received the actual notice, so I think that that would actually be the perfect remedy to abandon this action.
Do we have to take actions if we let it be abandoned as a board?
You can move to dismiss the action, and someone would second that motion, and you would take a roll vote.
So
Well,
I will amend my motion to dismiss it because I do believe it has been abandoned, and that way it does not prohibit someone to come in, utilize.
Okay.
Second.
Thank you.
Any further comments? Could I have a roll call?
Okay, Director Scobie,
Aye.
Director Wilson,
Aye.
Director Hayes,
Aye.
Director Augustin,
Aye.
Director Eccles,
Aye.
Director Edwards,
Aye.
and President Bradley is excused.
All right. Today's agenda, is there any questions or corrections, comments? If not, could I have a motion to approve?
A motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call?
Director Scobie,
Aye.
Director Wilson,
Aye.
Director Hayes,
Aye.
Director Augustin,
Aye.
Director Eccles,
Aye.
Director Edwards,
Aye.
and President Bradley is excused.
With that, could I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Thank you.